Okay, we're going to continue on with talking about parallel lines, and especially the equations of a parallel line. So this is going to combine Algebra 1 and geometry concepts together. We have equations of parallel lines, and just to review, we write equations of lines using slope-intercept form. Okay, to recall, slope-intercept form was y equals mx plus b. Right? The m represents the slope, and the b value represents the y-intercept. Okay. Properties of parallel lines that we talked about were that parallel lines do not intersect. Okay. Looking at an equation to show that they don't intersect means that they have the same slope. But they have to have different y-intercepts. Different y-intercepts. Okay, so let's look at a couple examples. We have y equals 3x minus 8, and we have y equals 3x plus 2. Taking a look at their slopes, we have both slopes as 3, and we have different y-intercepts, negative 8 and 2. So having the same slope and different y-intercepts means that these two lines are parallel. Another example, y equals 1/2 x minus 2, and y equals 1/5 x plus 3. Taking a look at their slopes again, we have 1/2 and 1/5. So since they don't have the same slope to begin with, we can automatically see that these are not parallel lines. Okay, so that's how we identify if two lines are going to be parallel or not. Okay. Now moving on to constructing our own equations, we're going to need to be able to write an equation that is parallel to a given line. So let's go through two examples. So the first example, we're going to write a linear equation in slope-intercept form that is parallel to y equals 5x minus 8. And this line also has a y-intercept of 7. Okay, so we're going to go through the problem and highlight the information that's important. So first, we know that we are going to try to do something that is parallel. We have the original line that we want to be parallel to, and we also have the y-intercept that we want to use. Okay, so first, we want to be parallel, so that means it has to have the same slope as the original line. This is our original line. Okay, so looking at the slope of the original line, we have m equals 5. Since I want it to be parallel, we're going to use the same slope. Okay. They also tell us that we want to use a y-intercept of 7, so b equals 7. Okay, so taking all this information, we're going to use this to write our own slope-intercept form. So we're going to start at y equals mx plus b, and we're going to plug in all the information that we have. So m equals 5, so I'll plug 5 in for m. Okay, b equals 7, so I'll plug 7 in for b. Y equals 5x plus 7. This is our final answer, so we have a slope of 5 and a y-intercept of 7. Okay. This is the parallel line to the original line. Okay. Second example, write a linear equation that is parallel to an original line again, y equals 2x plus 7, and instead of giving us a y-intercept, it's just telling us that it passes through the point 3, 2. Okay, so this point is not a y-intercept. This point is just a random point on the line, and we're going to use it to help us find the y-intercept somehow. Okay. So again, we're going to go back into our problem and highlight all the important information. So I know that it is parallel, and we have our original line. Now instead of a y-intercept, we have just a single coordinate. Okay, let's see how we're going to use that. So first, our original line, we are trying to get the slope out of that, so we need 2. So m equals 2. We want it to be parallel, so we're going to use the same slope. And the last piece of information is we have a point, 3, 2, but we don't have a y-intercept. We're going to start in the same position, so start with the slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, and let's try to plug in everything that we have. So slope m equals 2, and I have this point here. This point are your coordinates x and y. And can you see x and y in the equation? So the x and y's are right here. Okay, so I'm going to plug 2 in for y and 3 in for x. So I have 2 equals 2 times 3 plus b. Okay. Now if I solve for this now, you can see that b is the only variable left, so whatever number I end up having is my y-intercept. So let's solve this. 2 equals 2 times 3, which is 6, plus b. Subtract 6 to both sides, and I get b equals -4. Okay. And this is my y-intercept. Okay. Okay, and this is what we're going to use along with my slope to write my final answer. So my slope is 2, and my y-intercept is -4. Okay. As you can see, it is parallel to my original line.